boy. Yeah, that wasn't going to end well. Oh, jeez. Let's go. So let's check out this first clip. Comes to us from JShark606. Let's see what happens here. Ooh. Oh, yikes. Okay. A lot to unpack here. Let's watch that one more time. Y'all tell me what's going on here. Check this out. Oh, man. Okay, so right about here, we're adding lean angle. Looks like we're adding throttle. We're asking a lot of that rear tire. And what's going to happen, guys, as you heard me say in the Royal Enfield 650 video, when you're leaning more, you're asking more of the tire, you're going to have slide. And unfortunately, this guy somehow managed to high side on the street, which is really impressive, to be honest. So you'll see here, he's going to get back on the gas, and he's going to just flick the bike the opposite way. Because what happens is, you see right there, bike slid because he asked for too much throttle, and it's going to snap the other way because it regained throttle, which is crazy. So he just yoink. Oh, man. High side on the street, dude. Marquez style. That is impressive. This guy is now 2 feet above the air. High side on the street. That is a, let's get a little clap right there for the chat. Pretty amazing. I really hope this guy is okay. I don't have any follow-up on it. And then unfortunately, bike goes down, rider goes down. That's pretty rough to watch, I'm not going to lie. Guy runs over his fairings, which sucks. His buddy immediately, though, good on him. Rides over, pauses the bike, stops it, gets off the bike, and runs over to help his buddy. Hopefully controlling some traffic here, making sure his buddy's okay. His buddy's up. That's good. Guy is up and walking. That is good. You want to see that from your friends if you do see them crash on the street. That was the first thing I looked when I came on the scene on Isaiah, who crashed the Interceptor 650. He was standing next to the bike, so I was like, phew, okay, he can't be that hurt. He's standing. But, yeah. Classic scenario, way too much throttle, way too much slip of the tire, bike bites back the other direction, too much grip on the other side of it, and you end up high-siding the bike. So that is pretty unfortunate. So his buddy's going over there, walking to him. Picks up the head of the bike. Oof, the front fairing. That is sad. Can't tell what bike that is. It looked like an R6, I'm not going to lie. I think it was an R6 or a Gixxer, something like that. Okay, this next clip is some really silly stuff, and I've seen this so much, and people will watch a clip like this and think, wow, that guy's super badass, but this is a pretty silly scenario, so check this out. Watch this guy riding. Oh, boy. So that's all we had from that clip right there, but I just want to point out to you guys right here, this is not where you want to be. How do I know? From experience. You don't want to be over on the double yellow line. It's a bad place to be, but I'm pretty sure this is at the tail of the dragon, and there's actually a user on our Discord server who was there not too long ago, and he said that people will actually ride like this on the tail of the dragon very, very frequently. So that's pretty scary to think that folks are out there riding like this on the tail of the dragon, because you don't really have much visibility around these corners. And this guy tried to get around this Challenger or whatever quickly as he could, but man, this is a lot of time. That's a lot of time on the other side of the road that you really don't want to be. You're doing 75 on this road. Not exactly ideal, I wouldn't say. Looks like he's on a Yamaha R1. I think that's the dash from that bike. And so really not ideal. You don't want to be doing this on the street. But again, a lot of people see clips like this and they think, oh, this is super badass. Like, I want to be like that guy. I want to ride hard on the street, bro. You don't want to be doing this, guys. This is pretty silly. Don't ride super aggressive like this on the street. You're going to get yourself hurt. So let's go to our next clip over here. All right, so here we have a dude at the Nürburgring. This guy is Alpine Donch, and he's riding at the Nürburgring. And let's just play this, dude. Let's just... Oh, my God, dude. Terrible throttle control, smacking the throttle open and close, like not being smooth at all. flicking the guy off, I mean, this is just a disaster here, right? And the thing is, I mean, look how close that is right there. Look how close this guy is to a disaster. And you might be saying, what kind of track day is this? Like, why are there like passenger vehicles and motorcycles? Like, what is going on? The craziest thing about the Nürburgring is that people ride on this road literally as if it was like a public toll road. I think you can just show up and ride this road like a public toll road, which I don't understand how that's allowed or possible. That seems super dangerous in my opinion. But again, you see people like here, you know, they're riding and guy being super aggressive and trying to get around this guy. The other guy doesn't see him. There's another car up in front of him, a convertible with the top down, which is super dangerous for track days, but it's not a track day. So I don't know how you German boys get away with this. This is pretty crazy. Listen to his throttle control. Awful. This guy has adrenaline pumping. He's getting a little crazy, right? And so he's just doing this, and like that's asking for a disaster. Luckily, he's on an R6, so it's not that powerful. I'm just kidding. And so he's going to be fine. But yeah, I think that stuff like this is pretty crazy. I mean, this guy clearly isn't on a track prep motorcycle. He's got his mirrors on his bike. He's got these weird little clicker turner things on his suspension, but everything else looks basically stock. He's got a key in the ignition. Looks like a stock master cylinder. This is not a race bike by any means. So it's pretty crazy to see that. Pretty crazy to see that here on the Nürburgring. We'll watch this again one more time. Oh my God, that's close. And it doesn't take much when you're on the grass like that. When you're on the grass on a motorcycle, I've seen in a BSB race, a guy came up right on the grass, add a little bit of throttle, just shoop. You have no grip on grass, guys. Like, no grip on grass whatsoever. There's that popular meme that Harley riders say, them freaking clibbins, man. The clibbins on the ground. Got to be careful with them clibbins. So let's watch this one more time just for our notification. Guy gets super mad, chops throttle. You hate to see it. All right. Next legend comes to us from AK Shit MV. Akshit. I'm so sorry. Akshit MV. Akshit MV here, riding a scooter around. So, looks to be India, maybe? Indonesia, somewhere like that. Rolling around on a little scoot. Trying to go through traffic. And now, okay, so see right here, he's on the edge of the curb, and the frickin' road has fallen off the edge there. So, it's kind of like, all right, you're in a really weird grip situation because you got to get this tire somehow back up on there, but like sideways, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't cut an angle on it because you got the curb on the other side. So he's kind of in a weird like concrete rut right now. So he says, I don't know what's up with my tires, and immediately just has a grip issue. And in the middle of traffic too, which is crazy. This guy drops his bike in the middle of traffic. It's like, oh my God, what is happening? Clearly just like, I mean, he's not wearing gear. He's just a commuter. What is this? Something ST Suzuki. I think this is some sort of motorcycle, but not one that we have here in America. I can't really make heads or tails of what that is. I almost saw what it was there. Yeah, it's definitely India. That sounded like Hindi. 60 kg, bike is 160. He's picking it up in the middle of traffic. What a Chad. Picks the bike up. Okay, we're back in action. Good to go. Good to go. We're fine. We're good. No muss, no fuss. Scared that it didn't start. Mans is breathing heavy. Adrenaline rushing. There you go. Back in. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. Okay, we're on the street. We're on the street. Okay, okay, so this guy, he didn't fall 3 times. Maybe the video got cut, but he fell definitely 1 time. But that is an embarrassing situation to be in, right? You're just trying to cruise in traffic. You freaking dip your bike on the corner of like a curb and a road. Not the situation you want to be in. Pretty embarrassing. So let's move on to our next user over here. So Scotty's Adventure gives us a clip. He says, I ride this road a million of times. I was going 45 mph and did a bad line choice, and I froze and panicked and didn't think about hitting the brakes or downshifting, and if I wasn't wearing my gear, it could be a lot worse. Always wear your gear, no matter what. So let's see what happened to this guy. Okay, we're cruising along here. Cruising along. Oh, going wide. Nope. Target fixated. We're gone. That's it. And you're in the corner. Ooh. Ouch. Okay, so pretty boilerplate stuff there, right? So let's see what happened here. So we're coming around this nice bend. Looks like a fun time for this road. Coming around here, pretty decent lane positioning. We're in the middle now a little bit. We're going forwards. Right here, we're not looking where we want to go, and I know that because this guy's trajectory leads us way out wide. He panicked. He saw that he was going wide, and instead of leaning on brakes, adjusting your trajectory, stayed on the throttle and just kind of lost focus, and you're like, oh my God, I'm going towards this gravel pit right there. And then here's the issue. If you didn't have that little divot right there, you guys can see right over here, you got this little crevice and like the corner of like this dirt and this road right here. No traction, baby. No traction at all. So watch what happens. Front tire goes right here in the middle of this, and this guy's going to go right here, and it's not going to be pretty. And that's exactly what happens. You see right there, front tire goes into it, front weight's going all forward, and this guy's about to get catapulted. And that's what happens right here. See how forward his head is? He's literally right down here. This is the front tire. You don't want to be seeing front tire like that while you're riding the bike. So right there, bike slips, and you can see right there. He's still holding on, which is nice. He's trying to save it, but that bike is totally gone, and it happens really, really quickly too. In super low grip conditions like this, the bike can just slip out from you super, super fast. It's really, really tough to see, and sometimes that can happen, but that's what target fixating happens. You know, if you target fixate on something, you're just going to go where you're looking. So if you are going wide, just remember, you can probably make the turn, guys. You can probably make the turn if you're going a little bit wide, if you're within normal street riding pace. All you got to do is load your front lever, load your front brake, guide that bike in, and just believe that you're going to make the turn. Just try to make the turn. You know, you're not going to overload your front tire and slip. I guarantee you. You're not riding at GP level pace. You're going to be just fine. So, Scotty's Adventures, I hope you're fine. I looked a bit rough, I'm not going to lie. All right, this next clip comes to us from Moto X City. We'll see here, this guy's on track, full suit, having some fun. Ooh, okay. Someone was behind him honking their horn. Classic entry-level track day bro stuff. Honestly, really pretty easy go and slide for this guy. So let's watch what happened again. So let's listen back to this, okay? So let's listen to what happened with this guy. Downshifting, braking, or at least not on throttle, which is good. Hit our apex, nice. Right here, we're going to add some gas. And right there, it's gone. So what tells me that it was probably something on the road and not necessarily a rider input is how quickly the tire just gave way. This happened to me on track one time. I was coming into a corner about 110 miles per hour on my Daytona. I hit a black spot of oil. The bike literally just disappeared from underneath me. There was nothing I could have done. The oil was there, and the bike was just gone. So same thing with this guy. It's hard to tell what was on the road because we have a butt facing camera here, which is great to check body position and lines, but right there it's just gone. So that had to be something in the road that caused that rear tire to just immediately slide out. Because if it wasn't, you would have seen something more similar to what we saw in the first clip where the guy actually gets on the gas and then slides and then the bike tries to recover or it kind of gets twitchy or something happens. This bike just immediately slid from the back and disappeared. So that tells me there was something to do with the road conditions here, not necessarily a rider input because he was pretty gentle on the throttle when he came out of here. It's not a super aggressive track day rider, not riding at an expert level pace, right? We're approaching this, opening gas, and let's go. And he's pretty good, you know? Immediately gets up, he just slid a little bit. This is why we ride on track, folks. This is why we wear a full suit. This is why you ride on track, you have a good time. This is why we do it. This is a great thing to see. I mean, it's not great to see the guy crash his bike, but it's great to see him being safe and doing it responsibly. This could have been super nasty if it was on the road, which there are oil spills and stuff all the time on the road. So let's move on to the next clip. Let's see here. Poor guy picks up his bike. Got to go pit out. All right, so next clip comes from us from KPC Cha. We've got some street squidding going on. I can already tell. We got a little bit of body angle happening. Looks like we're on an R3, maybe? That dash looks... Yeah, that dash looks like an R3, honestly. I think a red one, maybe? I don't know. The windscreen and the mirrors definitely look like an R3. So let's see what happens. Are you kidding me? Hold on a second. Look at his friend. I don't know if you guys can see that, but this right here, he's doing a freaking Rossi leg dangle. What a dweeb. Everyone, shame. Shame this man. Shame this man. Rossi leg dangle on the street. You freaking poser. Don't be doing that. That is the silliest thing I've ever seen. You are not doing anything. You look so dumb. Keep your feet on the pegs. All right. Oh, boy. Yeah, that wasn't going to end well. Oh, jeez. Oh, that's not good. Oh, my gosh. That's really not good. Oh, man. This rider's just laying there. That's really not good. Oh, my gosh. KPC Cha, I hope you're all right. That was really hard to watch. Let's recap what happened here, right? So we're traveling at way too high of a speed on this road, right? We're really cooking. We got our buddy leg dangling on the street. We're running through here. We're running way wide, and we try to add more lean because we're like, we got to make it through the turn, but we're not loading the front tire, and we already went in too hot. We're asking way too much of this bike, right? And so, yeah, front end tips, we're gone. And yeah, this looks pretty nasty. I'm not going to lie. I'm almost positive this is an R3 now. So let's watch this back one more time. We have pretty aggressive street riding, right? Oh, man, I don't even want to watch him crash again because that was just really rough to watch. But, yeah, when you combine too much speed for the road along with improper technique, right? You're following a buddy that's, like, doing crazy leg dangling stuff, and you're not really feeling like you can adequately chase him or do whatever, it's going to end in a bad time. You really, really don't want to be doing this on the street. So, KPC Cha, I hope you're okay. I hope you're healing up well. That looked pretty nasty. Just remember that if you're going to be riding on the street in a fun and aggressive way, make sure to trail brake, make sure to not ride over your limits and chase some silly guy who's dangling his leg around. Let's move on to the next clip here. Let's move ahead here from poor KPC Cha's crash. Okay, so next clip comes to us from Chronic Rider 666. Great username. Okay. See, what are we doing? What are we doing here?
What the fuck did I do to you? What the fuck did I do? What the fuck did I do to you?
What? Pull over then, bitch.
Pull over for what?
See,
You're a fucking pussy.
This is so dumb. Okay, I got so much to say about that, man. First of all, this is the exact opposite of what you want to be doing, dude. What are you doing that you are being so aggressive with people on the street? Let's look at what happened to this guy, okay? He's traveling along this road, and this Honda, whatever the hell, gets in front of him a little bit. Looks like you had plenty of space. You're going a little bit fast, right? What was your closing speed here? Let's see back here. So look like you're coming down from, I think that might be KPH, probably KPH, because it said 74 on there, but this looks even slow for KPH, and it looks like this is America, so maybe this guy just has his speedo completely off because he's not doing 89 miles an hour right now. So I'm not sure about the speedo on there. That FZ09 that we're seeing here might be a little compromised, but this was not that bad. You were able to save it. You were able to brake. You were able to not have this person get in front of you. No muss, no fuss. My rule of thumb, keep it rolling. Just keep it rolling. You don't have to go crazy here. Just simply Allow yourself to be in a zen state of mind when you ride a bike. So this guy did not allow for that. Here's what happened. He's now angry. He's antagonizing this other driver. He's egging him on to do something. And you really don't ever want to do this, guys. You don't ever want to be in a position where you are antagonizing people and egging them on and doing this sort of thing, because it's just going to lead to a disaster, because you don't know where people are coming from. This guy in this car could be having the worst day of his life, and you've just tipped him off over the edge. And now he might actually commit violence towards you or run you off the road or do whatever, because he's in a giant cage. It's so easy for him to just turn the steering wheel and kill you. Don't do this. Just try to be cool. Don't antagonize. Don't get in a situation where you're trying to raise your voice and yell at people on the street. Just keep it moving. You don't know these people. You wouldn't do this if you were just walking by to a stranger, so you shouldn't do it in a vehicle. So that's all I have to say about that. This was a very, very silly situation that could have been fixed very easily. So next up, we have Toronto Squids. So see right there, if you'd been paying attention in traffic, you would have seen this guy already moving. I already saw him moving from the time we took off here, okay? So we'll watch this back. Taking off. I already see that guy coming. I see him coming. You don't have to get so upset. It's the same thing with the other guy. If you are aware of your traffic situations, and you guys may see our traffic video that's coming out, I think it's tomorrow. Intersections are crazy. You got to keep your wits about you. You got to make sure that you are watching everything that's happening. So let's watch this back one more time. This person, I mean, you look at this right here, you pause this, the light was already green, you're going. You can see this person was already turning, right? You could see that from the moment the light turned green. You don't have to make a big fuss about it. You're like, oh, this person's turning in, they didn't see me. You don't have to yell at them. All right, let's see this clip. We don't have a username on this one, and I think this is going to be our last clip of the day. Yeah, so this is scary, right? Oof, man. Guy slows down, a lot of adrenaline pumping. You're like, oh man, I almost just crashed into that car. That's really not good. Yeah, I mean, this is what we always are worried about as riders, is this person who's just going to randomly pull out. And you could see that right there. He didn't see you, and they're just going to go right through. That's why you always have to hover your front brake lever and make sure you're on top of this stuff, because those drivers will just pull out in front of you. No muss, no fuss. They'll just do that right there, get you off guard, which really stinks. So I really appreciate all of you showing up and joining the inaugural Yammie Noob live stream. Let me know if this is something you like to see. Leave me a comment down below after the video goes up for everyone else to watch who missed the live stream. And we're going to be doing these every week from now on. So next Wednesday at 4:30, I'll be back up here doing more news, doing more Q&A, and doing some more reaction content as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. Catch you all in the next one. See you later. Well, look at you. You've made it to the end of another Yammie Noob video. You should consider yourself pretty lucky, because I have curated this one right over here for you to continue watching. It's probably just as good as the one you just saw. Unless you hated the one you just saw. I don't know, maybe leave me a comment down below about how much you hated it as well too. Or just keep watching this one. Make sure you keep watching Yammie Noob. Don't forget to keep watching Yammie Noob. That's the most important thing. Keep watching Yammie Noob.